Big time free agency news. The Padres add another name after a slow start to the offseason. Jayson Heyward is the latest to don the Padres brown and gold. Heyward, 15-year Major League veteran. He's coming to the Padres as a sign of good things to come. We're going to talk about where he fits into the lineup and everything like that. Before we go any further, I got to introduce myself, though. I'm Christian Pedersen with Padres Digest, your source for homegrown takes, information, all things Friars. And I say, I got to introduce myself because, as the numbers show right now, most of you are new viewers. Let's make sure we get that ratio right there flipped, though, as soon as possible. And you guys go ahead and smash that subscribe button. We got so much more content coming to you as soon as the season is here, which is right around the corner. All right, let's talk about it. Jayson Heyward. He is not necessarily going to be the 300-plus hitter. Look, basically, he is David Justice in Moneyball. He wants to stay in the show. We want to squeeze the last little bit of baseball out of him that he has left. But I really like this signing on a lot of levels. If he can hit somewhere in the range of his career average, and that is average after several down years, several up years, so somewhere in the middle of all of what we have seen as potential, if he can hit in the 250 to 255, maybe even 260 range, have a decent enough slugging percentage that he's knocking the ball a little bit around the park. Like, if he can be a serviceable platoon, backup, rotation, like with Connor Joe getting signed yesterday, and then Heyward. If Heyward can be the left-handed bat, Joe the right-handed bat, that the two of them together fit in left field and allow Terso Ornelas time to get up to speed at the major league level, then I think we are sitting pretty, and this winds up being a fantastic signing. Is he going to hit in the top part of the order? Probably not. So let's not get overly excited about a number 8 hitter, lefty, 35, going to be 36 pretty soon into the season. But let's be excited about a guy who is veteran leadership, coming to us from the cheap, has played in the NL West, so knows these stadiums, knows these crowds, knows the lifestyle, the vibes, the travel, whatever it is that you want to say. I think he checks every single box that you could want for basically a league minimum vet. That, as I said, he's going to platoon with Connor Joe out there and left. So with Terso Ornelas coming in at that third slot, that the three of them together are going to represent a platoon of left field, that then Joe will come around and play first. And there's other moving pieces to it. But the big-time potential for Heyward is that he is a guy who has played at the highest of levels. He's been involved in World Series runs. He's been involved in deep playoff runs. He's played at an all-star game. He knows how to maintain over the course of 162 games the excellence and intensity and whatever the descriptive adjective that you want to use for your particular take on this that gets us through a season as a championship team and gets us to, ultimately the goal of where every Padres fan, I think, has identified, which is get to the playoffs. This does not catch the Dodgers in terms of making us immediately better than them, but I don't think that's the mission anymore. I don't think the mission is to say that we are going to win more regular season games than the Dodgers, because if they win 116 and the Padres win 90, but the Padres win 4 out of 7 in the NLCS, that's all that matters. So I think Jayson Heyward is a fantastic signing because him plus Connor Joe equals either buying enough time for Terso Ornelas to become a great, look, if he's not going to be great, just if he's going to be good. If Terso Ornelas can hit 280 after taking 100 at-bats to just get up to speed at the major league level, then we have a regular starter and now even more flexibility that Heyward can go play right, give Fernando a day at DH, that Connor Joe can be the backup catcher at first. Like, it just moves pieces, and we have nice backup pieces that add even more depth. Terso Ornelas doesn't work out. We have two guys who together, I think, make a serviceable. One's the righty, one's the lefty. No lineup or no pitching rotation matchup that any team can throw at us can fully throw off our lineup. We don't end up heavy on righties. We don't end up heavy on lefties. I think that also, if the third thing on my list comes true, and we trade Michael King or Dylan Cease for a true, like, quality left field option, you can dish Heyward or Connor Joe or both of them and discard them, because basically we're bringing them in for about $1 million each. $1 million base salary plus some incentivized structured money down the line should they reach numbers of games, hits, base percentage, home runs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That balloons it up to just only over $2 million for each one of them. So these are both really good value that either A, buys us the time that we need to get our rookies up to speed, B, makes a perfect platoon, 8-man, just adds nice depth, or C, like I said, we can discard should a major trade happen with offloading some of our pitching in order to get some actual certified young controllable major league talent in the outfield. But for now, the bottom line that you need to take away is that this is great news. Also, if for nothing else, that following Major League Baseball's decision to unanimously vote John Seidler as the control person, things are starting to happen again. Even if they are very, very small incremental things, this hopefully means that the front office situation, even if it's not fully fixed, because obviously I don't think Profar would say the things he said about the front office not being in a perfect situation right now if it was only dependent upon an arbitrary vote a couple weeks after he left. Like, there's still issues, but I think that this means that there is at least some inching forward with some sort of a game plan and not just a completely rudderless ship waiting to sink. So Padres fans, be excited, be happy, embrace Jayson Heyward. Maybe don't go out and buy a Jayson Heyward jersey, but I'm also curious what you guys think, so make sure you leave a comment down below. And as I said at the top, hit that subscribe button. P's and C's are reporting to spring training right around the corner, or maybe even they have reported by the time you're watching this. So that's why you got to subscribe, because that way we will bring you all the stories, information, takes, and reactions all season long. Talk to you soon, Friar Faithful.